Hello everybody, today I'm going to talk about Big Lots closing all of its stores. Now if you hear casinos, submarine, the bell. So this news just came in, and I kind of want to talk about this today because I've talked about different businesses closing stores and bankruptcies and stuff like that, and I kind of want to talk about it. So yeah, let's get started. So this is actually news that I didn't expect. With all the other videos I've done in this type of topic where different closings and stuff like that, I really expected most of them or wasn't really surprised by them, but this one actually shocked me a little bit. So, Big Lots is closing all of their stores. I did not expect this at all. I knew that they were doing not very good because they were closing at least 400 or something like that back in September when they filed for bankruptcy, Chapter 11. I knew that they were doing not the best, but I did not think that they were just going to close everything. And apparently what happened is the company has previously planned to sell its assets to private equity firm. If you guys know, the retail word for that is don't ever do it to a private equity firm. Nexus Capital Management, but that deal is no longer expected to proceed. Although the company continues to negotiate with Nexus, as well as explore other strategic alternatives, and now plans to shutter all of its locations, and is planning to host going out of business sales at all stores. So, what shocks me about this is, while the Redbox video that I did when they were closing all their kiosks, I mentioned that there were 24,000 of them, those are not locations. They kind of are, but they're not inside building locations. They are closing 900 locations. I think they had 1,300 or something like that before all the stores closures started. But that is a whole lot of locations. Especially with how big Big Lots can be. I just don't know what they're going to do with all that space. I really don't. At least with Bed Bath & Beyond, they were kind of closing a lot of their stores, but they had way less locations left than Big Lots does currently. I don't know, it kind of shocks me a little bit. So, Big Lots was based in Columbus, Ohio, and operates more than 900 locations across the U.S. Sells furniture, lawn and garden, and apparel, health and beauty, and other consumer goods. So, it's a lot of stuff that they sell. So, at least with Bed Bath & Beyond, they just kind of stick to, the bath items and, coffee and stuff like that. This is a huge company that, really just sells almost everything. And, this is kind of if Walmart was smaller and they filed for bankruptcy and to close all their locations. What they said is we have all worked extremely hard and have taken every step to complete a going concern sale. Big Lots CEO Bruce Thorne said, "While we remain hopeful that we can close an alternative going concern transaction, in order to protect the value of the Big Lots estate, we have made the difficult decision to begin the going out of business process." So, Big Lots filed for bankruptcy protection in September, saying it intended to sell its business to Nexus, which I thought that's why they were going to stick around, is because they are selling their business to someone like this. But a lot of the time, even with selling their business to various people, private equity firms don't get a good rap. In August, Big Lots announced its intention to close up to 315 stores. In October, it disclosed plans to shut down another 56 locations. So, yeah, this is way more than probably intended. I think this is one of the biggest amount of closures in a store, or a store company collapse we've seen it in a long time. In terms of number of locations. There are bigger stores that are worth more money that also have a little bit less stores, but in terms of just the amount of locations, this is the biggest I've seen in a long time. Because with Redbox it was a little different because they're just small kiosks. Even though some of them are just abandoned right now, the fact that these are going to be huge spaces are just going to be empty in the next few months, it's just crazy. I don't think I've seen this amount of locations closed probably since Toys R Us. Because I think Toys R Us had 700 left when they closed everything. I don't know. I'm a little shocked by it. So, actually, I want to see this chart real quick. Retailers closing the most locations in 2024. More than 7,000 locations are going to be shuttered by year end. A 69% jump from a year earlier. Which is actually kind of weird because, I maybe remember the closures being worse than they were last year when Bed Bath & Beyond and Tuesday Morning closed or they announced their closures in the span of 1 week, like so close to each other. Look at these locations. Like there's, oh yeah, 99 cents only. I forgot that went downhill. Family Dollar is like really the biggest one. Big Lots is not far behind. And actually, I've seen recently, like Walgreens, I feel like I've seen a lot of abandoned ones near my area. Like, they just really have not been doing well. So far, the Big Lots website is not updated yet with the closures. They did say in the next few days that they'll start closing sales. But it's just crazy because, like, look how much stuff they sell. There's a Christmas tree. I mean, it's a lot of Christmas stuff. Yeah, like they sell furniture, health and beauty. Like this is a lot of stuff. And also in terms of like variety, like with different stores that have closed in the past, like Route 21, it was mainly closed. But this is a type of thing where like they just sell almost everything. And all of that's going to be on in the next 2 months or so. So this is actually going to be, I don't know, just like in terms of like really big locations, this is the biggest amount of closures I've seen in a long time, like 5 or 6 years. So there's a couple near me. There are like 5 or 6 in the state of Missouri, but I have a couple pulled up here, and this is the one that's nearest me. This is, I think, where I think it's right next to Food for Less or something like that. And this one I feel like gets a little bit more busier than this other one right here. Look at this one. This one actually has the old logo. This is old school. This is the one I'm more familiar with Big Lots. Well, the thing is, I'm going to go to this liquidation sale because I feel like this is going to be history in terms of like a really large closure. It's going to be huge for Big Lots. Like this one I've seen before, and I've seen it pretty decently packed most of the time. So yeah, this is a way bigger location. And I actually didn't even know that this other one existed because, like, it just looks old school. Like, it just kind of looked fun. This is, like, I don't even know where this is in Springfield. But yeah, and then, like, originally what I was going to do for the videos in the next few days is American Freight is currently in the closing process, and they're almost done with it. So, American Freight, I don't know if I'm going to go to it the last few days because it's basically furniture and I don't care about any of it. Right now it's 60 to 80% off. So I think that I think they're going to be closing down, at least for my area, right after Christmas. Like, and also, like, the fact that Big Lots is going to be having its last Christmas season as well. I just did not think they would close down this soon. Like, I don't know. It kind of surprises me. So, yeah, so I definitely will make a video about Big Lots closing all their stores, like going into the store like I've done with Bed Bath & Beyond and Sears. I definitely will make one of them because this is the biggest closure I've seen in a long time. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry if it's a little bit of shorter video, but I kind of wanted to talk about this today. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.